let's talk about our teenagers here for a minute. So we have these wonderful children that are going to school and run around wanting to become independent. Are we seeing them isolate, or are we seeing them thrive in their environment? And there's a huge connection to what teens see as concern for mental health over social media. 74% of teens from Pew Research Center show that they find social media to be a good avenue of making friends and having strong communication, which is, for the most part, to start a connection. I would actually agree is a good thing for them to start trying to form a connection. But the issue is, are they utilizing it to actually connect or be disconnected? And there's a fun discussion of, are they utilizing this to get all of their social influence versus meeting in person, versus seeing and hanging out with their friends and forming a strong connection, going out and about and doing fun activities? Or are they withdrawing and isolating to their room, and they aren't getting sunshine? They're not going out and touching grass. So from that, how do we help assist our teens? How do we help connect them with others in the environment? Well, I would first go through and really talk with your teens and say, hey, I noticed that phone's going up. It's becoming a wall between you, your family, and a lot of your relationships. Not as an accusation, but just a statement. Say, if we could get you outside to do anything you want, what would you want to do? And most of the time I hear from the teens I work with that they don't want to go outside. So that we have to make some changes to what their positive interactions are. We want to create tech-free zones that would foster communication. I think that's one of the biggest things that we can do is let's foster communication with tech-free zones. And what is a tech-free zone? Well, big ones in my mind is when you're sitting at the dinner table eating. Let's make that a tech-free zone. Let's go put your phone in the parking lot. I don't mean the literal parking lot. Let's create a parking lot where phones go in the home so they're safe, secure, everybody knows where they're at, but they're no longer this quick withdrawal of retention every time an Instagram post is posted by one of their buddies. The second is driving. I think that's a big one. Is that it's a great time to be able to foster some connection as you're taking them to and from school, and also highlighting that should they want to drive, if you're getting your teenager towards 15 and a half, 16, or they're 17, 18, starting to fight for independence, they need to be able to observe what's going on in the road. And that's really important. The next is doing your best to remove phones and technology from where your teenagers sleep. There's a big one, because if they're staying up super late past their bedtimes because they're getting messages from their friends, interrupts sleeps, interrupts their mental health, interrupts many things, many major concerns. So reward those opportunities when they do say, okay, well, put this aside, I'll engage with you and have this strong conversation, or having this wonderful dinner where there's no phones out, or we're just driving, rewarding them with discussions about how to navigate the road properly, or just what went on through their school day. And there's a strategy I love to incorporate with all of my teenagers. Here's one that comes from Sunset Coast Family Therapy in Oceanside Direct, is the 10-minute talk. And it's a little bit of a challenge. It's a build-up. But you take 10 minutes of your day, and oftentimes teenagers are combative in wanting to talk, and it might be taking a little bit of trust and building to start off with the first segment of taking 5 minutes and giving them fully protected time with no interruptions to fill 5 minutes to tell everything about their day. Hey, you know what? The new sub came in and I thought they were goofy. Or, hey, my buddy, I saw him over there in the corner and he was picking his nose and I laughed when he snorted. Or football today was rough. Or going through, the girls were all in a group and had a great social thing, but I felt left out. Be a variety of things that they want to talk about and share, but it's that protected time. Now, after 5 minutes is up and they've managed to fill it, which can be initially a challenge, again, building up their rapport, the next 2 minutes of the 10-minute talk is the parents get asked questions, and it's your protected time, especially if you spot some concerns. Or if you spot something that's a really great highlight of just being like, hey, you know what, I just heard you say that the girls were disconnected, but you went over there and got reconnected, Julie, and you had a great time hanging out with them. I'm so proud of that. What was that like? But you get 2 minutes protected time without them interrupting you. And then the final 3 minutes, yet again, 10-minute talk, is rebuttal. Going back and forth, re-highlighting some of the questions if you've asked so many within 2 minutes because of concerns. It's the back and forth. But then you have those 10 minutes of conversation that then sparks some genuine interest and care, concern, and uplifting. And I would always go in with those conversations to do your best to have, as Carl Rogers would put it, unconditional positive regard. Everything they say, just hear it out. Highlight positivity and being inquisitive about what's going on in their lives. You'll find a lot more communication will begin with that type of connection. Anyway, there's our fun tidbit for the day. Wishing you all a wonderful time. Sunset coast.